welcome to João Tralhão. I mentioned he's a keynote speaker at our convention. He's from Portugal, and he's got a pretty extensive background, a UEFA Pro license in Portugal, coached both in the youth system in one of the top Portuguese clubs, Benfica, as well as in some other, in the senior team in some other top Portuguese first division clubs. He's also been an assistant coach at AS Monaco in France, working with a very well-known head coach and former player, Thierry Henry. He's also got a background in sports science. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And in addition to his work as a coach, he's an analyst, a writer, and teaches courses, believe it or not, on this exact topic, which is periodization of training. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So João, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Perhaps just to get us started on this topic or before we get into the topic, rather, if you could just tell everyone that's listening and watching at home, and anyone who's going to watch this video later, a little bit about your own background, as a player, as a coach. How did you get from just starting in the game to where you are now, and the work that you're doing now?
Okay, first of all, thank you guys. Thank you, Richard, for the invitation. It's really a pleasure for me to be here and try to share my ideas, try to discuss some new topics. It's really different. We are a little bit far from each other. We are in Portugal. I'm in Portugal, you are in Canada, but we are talking about the same sport, the same passion about methodology, about the game. And of course, for me, it means a lot. And thank you for the invitation. Thank you guys for being here. I hope in the next maybe 90 minutes max, but 60 minutes, 75 minutes, we can discuss something. We will have time to discuss much more, not only the upcoming days. If you need or if you have any additional questions, my contacts will be available and we will keep in touch for sure. But also, I'm really looking forward to meet you guys in the convention in April and to present a little bit more about my ideas, my philosophy. The practical session, I think, will be really, really good for us to discuss. So, yeah, that's it. About me, Richard said almost everything. In resume, I started my coaching career at the age of 20, and yeah, I was a former player, not top level player. I played in a medium level, average level, and then I decided when I went to my sports science university, I decided that I need to follow my passion. My passion was football and coaching, and my first contact with the coaching environment was really good, and it made me think about why I was always the captain of my teams, why I always ask my coaches what we are doing in the session, what we are doing in the purpose of the exercises, everything linked with the game and the methodology. It was really inside me before that. So my first contact with the coaching environment, it was really easy to decide to quit playing because I will never be a top class player. But I thought that I need to follow my passion, football, and of course coaching. And then yeah, I decided to go to the university. I started really soon, and yeah, we had a protocol, my university and Benfica Academy. And here in Portugal, Benfica, who at that time and now, but they are divided in two different academies. The first academy is for the kids who are paying. They pay to learn football. They call it football schools here. Okay, Benfica football schools, and they have after the competition school or competition academy, and they start to compete regional first and then national at the age of under 15. So yeah, I went for an internship to Benfica schools when I finished my first year of my university, and yeah, about that protocol, I was really privileged because I was one of the best students at the end of the first year, and I won an internship in Benfica. So after that year, everything becomes so natural, so clear. I learned a lot from the people who were there in the schools. I invest a lot, and after the first season, they invite me to be assistant coach in the competition teams. It was really fast, and it was really unexpected. But yeah, it was really good for me at that time, and I was really excited. And then it becomes natural my progression in the club. I become the under 19 head coach after 7 years in the academy. I coached every age group till there. Also, at the age of 27, I was the assistant coach of the first team at that time. In January, the Spanish coach José Antonio Camacho left, and the Benfica board, they decided to create a staff just to be the caretaker. I was called to be the assistant coach, and the things went really well for us after that. And then I became the head coach of under 19, and 7 years in a row, I achieved 2 times the UEFA Youth League finals. And then, yeah, we coach so many. I'm a privileged coach because I coach so many talents that mainly Bernardo Silva, Ruben Dias, João Cancelo, Renato Sanchez. Yes, so many talents. João Felix. And then I became the under 23 coach of Benfica. And after that, I was taking my courses, my UEFA A and UEFA Pro licenses in Wales. And I met Thierry Henry. He was my colleague in the same class, in the pro level. And he invited me to be his assistant coach in Monaco. And of course, I said yes for 2 reasons. First, I needed a different challenge after 18 years or almost 19 years in Benfica. I needed a different challenge, and I want to challenge myself. I wanted to challenge myself at that time, and of course, to help my friend Thierry and to help in any way, just to add some value to his work. And yeah, it was really easy to take the decision. After that, we left, and I became the head coach of the second league senior level here in Portugal. And from then, I'm just linked with football, in so many ways, coach education, Portugal, around all over the world. I'm always investing in knowledge, in experiences. I visit so many clubs, so many friends in football, just to learn and to be prepared for the next level. Yeah, that's me. In resume, sorry to be so long.
No, it's a lot to condense into just a few minutes, and it's again it's an honor for all of us here in Canada, just to have somebody with so much experience, especially at the top level of the game, and hopefully everybody here, including myself, will learn a lot and take a lot away from this discussion. So there are some things you said which I might want to come back to a bit about the sports science and maybe the connection between Portugal, like with the coaching, education, and the faculty and everything. But to start with, the topic today is periodization of training. And so maybe if we can just get started, can you define periodization? And then maybe just in general, how is it related to football? And then we can get into more about the preseason specifically. So
yes, that's a really good question, and we have and I don't want to be so long in my first explanation, but yeah, I really started so early in my career at the age of 20. And when I started, it was at more or less the same time that tactical periodization becomes so discussed, mainly here in Portugal, because was Vitor Frade, a teacher from the north side of Portugal, Porto, University of Porto, and they started just to create concepts about tactical periodization. And I didn't was aware about what tactical optimization mean at that time. So I will go there after. But back in the days when I started to plan, and I needed to plan, in my mind, I just wanted to focus in this. I need to train to help me to play the way I want, but I need to train that. Okay, there are different things. First, I need to have an idea how I want to play, how I want my team to perform, how I want my players to develop, and then how I train in order to match both. Okay.
Thank you for watching this short preview video from the National Soccer Coaches Association of Canada. To see the full video, plus have access to hundreds of other coaching videos, blogs, webinars, and podcasts, plus free and discounted coach education courses and other soccer merchandise, plus to have exclusive access to register for all future NSCAC conventions, both live and online, click on the link below to become a member of the NSCAC today. Also, please remember to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, as your continued support allows us to continue to provide coach education and coach development resources to soccer coaches across Canada and worldwide. Thank you again for your continued support, and we look forward to seeing you at future NSCAC events.